Mike. Isn't this gratifying? We get to announce the intro and the outro together. This is nothing short of sick.
Indeed, Sam. The audience is at the edge of their seats, waiting to subscribe to this channel when they see the conversion to video format for this podcast.
So hard to believe that in Season 1, you were at the announcer's booth. Season 2 and 3 I was there, and now we share the announcer's booth for this 4th season. Ridiculousness at its finest.
Attention! Paging Microsoft Sam and Mike. Stop lazing around and get ready. Your shift starts in 1 minute.
Showtime, Mike.
Indeed, Sam. Let's rock this season.
Homework has you in a pinch you can't seem to get out of.
Are financial troubles hindering your focus?
Out of ideas for informative and entertaining videos.
Trying to connect with the audience in a lasting way.
We've got the academic and creative expertise you need.
You're listening to Life of a Content Creating College Student.
And here's our hostess with the mostest.
Wayne-Z0207 and Charlotte Hernandez-Waite.
Computer, initiate protocol transportation warp 9 to planet ProDev. Hello folks, my name is Colton W. Hurst, also known as Wayne-Z0207 on the internet. Welcome to the latest season of Life of a Content Creating College Student, aboard the ship known as the Podcastares. I'll give you the tour later. So much has changed since the last season, and we're excited to debut those changes. In fact, here comes our co-host on the co-pilot's monitor right now.
Hello. Charlotte Hernandez-Waite here reporting for duty. It's good to see you, Colton. Good to hear you.
Yes, it's good to hear you once more. It's been way too long.
Way too long. I echo that. And I am ready to rock and roll this season. How about you?
I bet. Especially since I just came back from some interesting developments, let's just say.
Yes, this has been a summer of fun. I would love to add on all levels and every level. We have some really great things to talk about today. I'm super excited for our first episode. Thank you for everyone that stuck with us through the delay. It's been a crazy start to the year, but I think a good start to the year amidst the craziness.
I, for one, agree. And for those of you who are new to this series, I'm an Oregon Tech Business Management senior and multimedia content creator across the internet. I've been creating content for over 5 years, and this is the 4th season of this podcast.
It is. For the first 3 seasons, I was an advisor in our TRIO program, also known as TOP. But now I've shifted. I'm in the library, helping with resources and managing things there. So pretty fun.
Of course, she's always been in the library, no doubt, but this is just a new position for her.
New position. Still working in TRIO, though, so still can give some updates with Colton's fun activities as well.
Yes, absolutely. And things are actually going to be a little bit different. We have taken away the episode cover this time. So farewell to the episode cover. However, the elements that were present in the episode cover are now present in AI-generated infographics.
Yes, feast your eyes upon the new.
So, we're going to start off with this episode's quote, which is actually a Finnish quote. Rokea rokan su, meaning the brave one eats the soup.
What is in the soup that needs you to be brave to consume it? That's scary.
Yeah, that's because in Finland, what I ate was the famous salmon soup.
Oh, tell us about that.
Well, it's a delicacy in Finnish culture. It involves salmon, potatoes, and leeks. Sometimes you'll find carrots in there, depending on which restaurant you go in Finland. I think in the last restaurant we ate, where my cousin, Sonny Sagittarius, ate some bear, my salmon soup had some carrots in it.
Huh. What type of bear is someone eating over there? Is it a black bear, a brown bear? What on earth?
It's been months, so I can't recall off the top of my head. But they do have some interesting cuisine.
That's crazy. Okay, so back to the salmon soup. Was it really fishy? Was it more like a creamy potato soup base? Like, describe us through the flavor profile of that.
It's creamy. It does have some fish to it, but I've gone and adjusted to the taste of fish during the course of my trip. I, for one, have not been the biggest fan of seafood, but this trip really changed my perspective on it.
Nice. I'm really proud of you, because you remember my advice before you went off.
I did.
I was like, try all the food, because you can't get that back here. It's such a unique experience, and it's especially in such a culture. It's steeped in tradition and so unique. I'm so glad that you did that.
Yes, absolutely. And I actually had that salmon soup at a pretty good restaurant known as Restaurant Zator.
Ooh.
And that's actually where I held my business dinner for something important that pertains to this podcast, which is our translation that we teased in the Season 4 trailer.
Absolutely.
We will not be revealing the names of the crew right now. You'll be seeing them in the credits shortly.
Yeah.
After this episode concludes in about 30-ish minutes.
Colton made some connections. It's power of networking.
Our tip of the episode, speaking of connections and connecting to different cultures. Unless you are in Korea or an Eastern country that does not allow for one to look at a higher up in the eyes, look at the other person in the eye when doing a toast. Failure to do so leads to 7 years of bad luck.
Yeah. I studied abroad in South Korea, and a lot of the times I was the youngest at the table, and so I'd actually like face away during cheers and things like that. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
The cultures.
Did you look a higher up in the eye?
Well, I'm trying to remember. I don't know if that's more of a North Korean thing or a South Korean. I think because we're in an exchange program, my Korean friends were very understanding of the cultural differences within us. But for things like, say, if you and I were taking a drink of, say, a soda pop right now, you, being younger than me, you would actually turn away from me and take the drink. You wouldn't be looking at me straight on. Versus if we were the same age, that would have been fine. Or it's a power dynamic too. It's very, very interesting. But Korea had a lot of power dynamics that you needed to be aware of. There were different ways you address someone based on if they were older than you and respect and things like that. It's pretty cool.
So that clears some things up. And so we're going to be moving on to our random fact. But before we do, when I did it in Finland, when I looked someone in the eye, when I did a toast, it was basically to signal respect.
Oh, okay. And isn't that so cool? It's respect in both cultures, but in completely different nonverbals, right?
It's a shift in dynamic, as they say.
Yeah, cultural differences and the beauty of the world.
Yes. And for our random fact, in Finland, fines for serious speeding violations are calculated based on the driver's income. This has resulted in some high-income individuals facing six-figure fines for traffic offenses.
Oh my gosh. I wish we would do that with like our football players and things like that. You know, NFL players getting pulled over for speeding. Yeah, send that bill to them, put it on a sliding scale, and maybe help fix some holes in the road, right? That's so cool.
Yeah. That isn't gonna happen to us anytime soon, I'm afraid.
But we can still wish for it. Right? Talk to local legislators. Anything. I think we have other issues to deal with before that, though.
Right.
All right. Well, we're talking about so many things that happened over the summer, and I'd love for you to give me a recap of what 2 things went well for you recently.
Well, for our first, I am now 21.
Dun, 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 dun.
I turned 21 overseas, just like my dad did,
Yeah.
in the happiest country in the world. Immersing myself in the Finnish culture, taking in the new sights, meeting interesting folks, and becoming a different version of myself in that experience.
How transformative. That's really cool.
It was different cultural contexts, different ways of interacting, different ways of observing how art is perceived.
Oh, yeah. In what way are you proudest of yourself for growing?
I am proud of myself for taking a step out of my comfort zone and learning how to function on my own in another country.
That's huge. It can be really scary. Yeah.
Because as one with high-functioning autism, I've never been one for fully independent functioning.
Yeah. No, but you're doing it. You're taking the steps. It's really awesome. You know, it's just little things, right?
Yes, little things indeed. And needless to say, I'm really proud of how the study abroad experience transformed me as a person in regards to academia as well.
Yeah.
I learned that sometimes a course doesn't exactly have the knowledge you need to advance yourself in your respective field.
But there's still things to learn, no doubt, right? You can find something to glean in every situation, right?
Right. For that matter, I'll touch base on this later in this episode, but the AI class that I took while I was in Finland didn't really teach me what I wanted to learn per se. Instead, it did give me some direction as to where to go.
Perfect. I like that. And what was the other good thing that happened to you?
I took some time to explore Crater Lake for the first time in years. Last time I went there was with my dad, my aunt, and some of my cousins. This time it was just a cousin's trip. But for those of you who are not local to Klamath, especially some of the Finnish audience that might be coming in, here are some pictures.
Oh, they're beautiful. And it truly is. Crater Lake, they're beautiful in the pictures that Colton is taking. He's showing me right now. You see Wizard Island and the brilliant blue lake. What Crater Lake is, it was a massive volcano. It was actually a mega volcano, which millions of years ago exploded. And it exploded so much of its contents it became empty, and the sides of it couldn't support it. And so it caved in on itself. And then from years and years of snow melt and rainfall, it has filled up, and it is the deepest lake in the United States. It's something like that. It holds a record, and it's more importantly, the clearest. And so it's just brilliant blue. It reflects. There's an island in the middle, which is the old head of the volcano, the top of the volcano. It's called Wizard Island, and it really is. It's very spiritual to our indigenous tribes around here. But I think it's something that people thousands of miles away travel for. Something like us Klamath Falls natives, we kind of take for granted, right? Did you feel like that before you went again?
Yes,
Yeah.
by all means. And needless to say, they hold some high standards for maintaining that lake. Believe
Yeah.
me, I'm a Lean Six Sigma practitioner. I have my green belt certification. I know.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And thank God that they are doing that, right? Because it's a beauty. It's a natural, it truly is. It's the natural wonder of the world. It's one of them because it is so magnificent. And so I'm glad that they have done so much to keep it protected.
Yes,
Keep fools away from it.
absolutely. It was overall a wonderful trip.
Well, I'd love to hear about how you grew from turning 21 and also how you grew from seeing Crater Lake again in another perspective. What did you gain?
Traveling and touring allowed me to rediscover parts of myself that had been forgotten. paving the way for me to discover things I had never even knew about myself, such as having a knack for blending in with the crowd in unique ways as someone with autism. My quirky interactions with certain aspects of the world as an adult allow me to forge connections some might not have been able to, and observe details that others might not have caught. Autistic content creating college students are not to be underestimated.
Ooh, hear you. That's a mic drop moment right there.
Mic drop moment indeed.
Well, that's so excited to hear, and I really do. You have such a beautiful perspective, and it's really great to hear about it, Colton. So thank you for sharing it. I really appreciate it.
You can thank Finland for transforming it.
Well, thank you, Finland. Kind of flipping it to another perspective, but what's one setback you've encountered? And I would love to hear about that as well, your growth.
So, my dad was the first to catch wind of this while Sunny Sagittarius and I were traveling. And I think Professor Sonia Beckford caught wind of this too, but we actually got stuck at the Lufthansa customs and had to deal with a 12-hour overlay before getting into Finland. And here's why. When we got to the airport in Germany, the gates at our terminal when we were in the plane, they would not open.
Really? Why
Yes.
so?
And so it was because they were getting ready to essentially prepare for their next flight. They were making sure everything was properly working. It's something of a safety issue, let's just say.
Okay.
And so because of that, we had to face like a 15-30-minute wait.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so we were in a rush to get to our flight, but by the time we got there, it was too late. The flight had already set off. We had to go through customer service and get a new ticket.
Oh my gosh. And did they set you up in a hotel, or did you have to stay in the...
We stayed in the airport the entire 12 hours. If it was nighttime, they would have put us in a hotel.
Oh, but it was day. That's upsetting. And it's even scarier being in a different country, especially Germany, if you're hearing the German language all around you and not understanding what's going on. How did you grow from that? What did you learn?
Well, flights will not always pan out the way you want them to. Because of the incident, I identified an opportunity for future Finland study abroad cohorts to improve an aspect of the experience by itself by writing a Lean Six Sigma report on the issue and what could be done to resolve the issue using Lean Six Sigma tactics.
Oh, cool. What's one example of a step to take using Lean Six Sigma?
Well, through Lean Six Sigma, we effectively identified that the gate had experienced some special cause variation. And my report was not perfect by any means. No report ever is. It's normal cause variation as we refer it to.
Yeah.
But essentially, it's a dilemma between whether that delay was special cause or whether it was just a security and safety issue, because airports, they are a high risk. Variation needs to be eliminated in such processes, including in healthcare.
Yeah.
There's no room for variation in these processes, which meant that we have to be careful of what we consider to be the cause of variation. If we honestly don't know what the cause of variation in that process is, it's better to say that we don't, because it builds credibility to us as practitioners.
That makes sense. Wow. Well, we talked a lot about the summer and your fun adventures. We're about a month into school right now. I would love to hear about what you did as a college student recently.
Well, before the new academic year kicked off, which we'll be talking about in episode 2,
Okay.
I had a blast this summer.
Nice.
I took care of 4 summer courses right before I went on the trip, and I did that within 5 to 6 weeks. Pulled off a 4.0 yet again,
Nice.
despite the newly found circumstances, which are known as schedule changes, let's just say. Changes in the deliverables. So we dove into some coding during that time, as well as Lean Six Sigma and business research methods alongside preparation for the trip. And then while I was abroad, I studied AI experimented with it, particularly in a business context.
Okay.
Which I did not learn everything that I needed to. See, it focused on a business context. It did not dive too deep into the concept known as machine learning.
Okay.
And so what happened was I got paired up with people who did not speak fluent English. And so it made it really tough for me to get a 5 in that class.
Oh, okay.
Because I did not understand what they wanted to do regarding the idea that I had panned out regarding OpenVINO. It was there that I learned that, hey, this class, it doesn't have what I need to gain an expert level understanding of AI. I think when I get back, I'm going to pursue a certification on this, and then from there I can say I can wield AI effectively.
Nice. I like that self-evaluation and understanding.
And while I was there, I utilized it to enhance the work that I did. And I even used it to enhance the pitch that I made to the translators that are working on translating this episode in their respective languages. As of right now, like I said, we can't mention their names until the credits because we don't know if they're going to stay. Charlotte and I can confirm this.
Yeah, we're all about flexibility here in Life of a College, of a content creating college. Woo, I just sped through a whole bunch of those. And so we understand there's no pressure, right? If you want to join the team, we'd love to have you on the team. If not, we understand your own autonomy and what you're able to do, right? We acknowledge burnout and we want to make sure that people aren't taking on too much, right?
For those of you who are looking translation skills, we are still looking for people. Be sure to reach out to us.
Absolutely.
And when I got back, I utilized AI to help study for my CAPM exam.
Yeah. Which just completed. Would you like to give the good news?
I am officially a certified associate in project management.
Woohoo! Look at it. It's beautiful. Nice. Good job, Colton. Really proud of you. And that just happened, last week?
Months ago. Literally 1 month ago.
1 month ago. What? Wait, which one was the one that you got last week?
Certified professional in managing AI. Looks like I'm giving the ghost away before episode 2
came out. So sorry. You're getting certified in everything, and I just want to talk about it all.
At the beginning of the summer, I mapped out a trifecta, and with the acquisition of those 3 certifications over the summer, that trifecta is now complete.
Nice. Put the crown on the head, right?
Indeed.
Well, what lessons were taught for you and your college work over the summer, and how are you utilizing what you learned to influence your work for this fall term and beyond?
All I can say is, what a summer. The Lean Six Sigma Green Belt before summer courses, 14 credit summer term, study abroad experience in Finland, and even passing the CAPM exam taught me so much more than I initially realized. There's a universal amount of knowledge at my fingertips. From my experiences, I applied the following. Acquired major resources to manage the podcast more effectively. Acquired skills that have molded me into a unique project manager, helpful for content such as this. Made lifetime friends, and learned the importance of learning how to distance myself from the emotions that come from being away from the people I care about. It was a transformative summer filled with personal and professional growth. The experiences not only expanded my knowledge, but also helped me develop essential skills for managing projects, building relationships, and navigating the challenges such as being away from loved ones. It's as though the oldest parts of my identity were shed and made way for transformative new ones that transcended my abilities beyond what they were. By immersing ourselves in diverse learning opportunities, we can gain a wealth of knowledge that goes beyond textbooks. Engaging in international experiences like study abroad programs can foster cultural understanding and adaptability. Additionally, acquiring certifications and practical skills such as Lean Six Sigma can enhance career prospects and personal growth, equipping us with tools to thrive in various professional settings. It's as I explained to some of the people I interact with on a daily basis, and even to you folks, Lean Six Sigma is an art and a way of life. It's not merely a set of methodologies in my eyes, because there's not one correct way to practice Lean Six Sigma. Each tool is a representation of cultural desire in one of my most recent mentor figures' words.
I like that. Are you going to work on your black belt?
I am, and I'm currently in the process of creating my project idea for that. More of it will be teased in episode 2, but we're not going to get too far into the weeds because we cannot guarantee that these events will happen. And 2, that would mean effectively spoiling episode 2.
Yeah, so sorry. I just get ahead of myself. You live a very exciting life. Yeah, I would like to say anything that we're stating may not occur in real time, right? Anything, right? But looking back at your summer, what did you do as a content creator?
So, we have new features for season 4. First off, video format.
Woohoo.
Welcome aboard the spaceship Podcastares. Goodbye, speaker icons.
Yes.
It was not fun to edit you.
Yeah, that's some time back into your schedule, right?
Yeah, especially with how I've engineered the process.
Yeah. So Colton's going to be on video now.
Yes, and for this episode, since we are technologically incapacitated to some degree, I'm only using an image of myself to be in front of the camera. But Charlotte's JPEG/PNG image will remain consistent throughout season 4.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm a podcaster for a reason, right? I'm not a video star. I like to be
Right.
behind the camera, not in front. Comfort zone and all. Thanks for understanding.
Yeah, but she's still hanging out in the co-pilot's office
Oh, yeah.
in the thing with autopilot. I have the thing set on the same thing. The second aspect, we'll be using OBS to record these video episodes where we can. And we're also using DaVinci Resolve and experimenting with AI as these episodes are being created. For instance, the rooms that we have created for this spaceship, we have brought it to life with the help of AI, especially Sora, which is a part of ChatGPT.
I'm going to say instead of we, it's Colton. I'm on a different plane of existence with my beliefs in AI.
But nevertheless, this spacecraft has been constructed with advanced technology, something we're incredibly grateful for, as it allows us for more flexibility when it comes to recording. And we have also got a Globalization Squad acting behind the scenes, translating these episodes in Finnish and Russian respectively, to give a hint as to who these individuals may be. We're not going to name anybody right now, because we still don't know if they're going to stay.
Yeah.
Other news. YouTube is enforcing new rules regarding monetization, particularly relating to AI and effort in creating content. We're specifically being asked to disclose if stuff was made using AI, which this conversation was not.
No, this conversation is organic and authentic. But I think that's great. I think there needs to be more transparency with AI and more regulation. So I'm proud of YouTube for doing that.
Yes, and my AI training actually covered this. We'll be exploring that in more detail in episode 2.
Nice. Yeah, so less people get tricked by the videos of old ladies feeding bears off their porch. Have you seen that?
I am unfamiliar with that weird
Oh
video.
my gosh. There's like a few videos of people feeding wild animals from their porch. People are like, that's crazy. It's crazy because it's AI. Bears aren't trained to go up to your porch and sit down for a treat. Don't do that.
And I do believe, I believe TikTok also explains that short form creators have to explain where a stunt is. Do not attempt this. Additionally, we're using DaVinci Resolve 20.2 to edit these episodes. And we've even made some updates to OBS, which are still ongoing. Also, TikTok live access granted for some reason. I got this weird notification on my phone. It basically said that I had live access even though I did not have 1,000 followers. I'm literally confused as to what this could mean, but...
Don't question, just accept.
Right, but even if I could go live, the question is, should I? The resources right now do not exactly allow for effective streaming as is. And plus, I may be going through a career shift in the next few years. We do not know right now.
Yeah.
But for those of you who need an explanation, check out a video that I recently made before the season 3 finale was published. I have some answers that I have to explain there, mainly
Okay.
pertaining to my future once the series is complete.
Oh, okay. Wonderful.
And then, Nintendo. Here we go again. Nintendo had recently filed for a patent for summoning characters. And if I'm correct, it might have been granted.
Oh.
What I am concerned of is, what of innovation? What of economic benefits? Material shortage? And to beg the question, when creative material runs out, when every idea that the collective minds of humanity can think of has been implemented, what's next for video creation? What is next for podcasts? What is next for the creator industry as a whole?
I think that question was posed to me in a very similar one in a philosophy class once, right? Every idea has been thought. Is that even possible? Or would our new ideas spur us onto something else, right? I feel like you have the creativity that no matter what, you're always going to be spurred on to something else. You're going to be inspired by what comes next to create the even thing that comes after that,
They say the only limit is your imagination.
Yeah. Yeah, and the blocks that you put on yourself. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that all the ideas will ever fully run out, right? I think some will be reimagined with the new information present, right? And new innovations.
Right.
Yeah. Just like how it's crazy, they're still discovering new species. Isn't that crazy? You think, oh, we've been around for so many years, but there's still things out there, right?
Right.
Well, this overall, all these updates happening, how did that impact you? How are you improving things based on all these new rules, based on the new technology? And do you think it's going to improve your content?
Although OBS has not been perfect for recording live podcasts in the past, we are trying again by combining recording through OBS, audio engineering with Audacity, and making slight adjustments in DaVinci Resolve. I've created a template to increase editing efficiency and make things easier for you as the audience. And I took the initiative to record, was going to take the initiative to record early. This is an older version of the episode notes, but I've gathered a lot of material over the summer and was going to record a little bit early for this first episode. But excited changes are coming for both us as the creators and you as the audience. The first episode is just the beginning. Stay tuned for more updates regarding the Waynesy 0207 channel, life of a content creating college student, and more.
Absolutely. We're just starting season 4.
Yes.
Lots to come.
Season 4 is only just beginning. New logo, new AI skits, new AI environments.
Yeah.
For that matter.
New Colton perspective.
Indeed. Who knows where this series could go at this point? In this new era where AI is starting to become integrated into our lives, we cannot say for certain what twists and turns this podcast is going to take next.
Yeah. We're just a little bit.
And there's one of them. The klaxon horn has been changed a little bit.
Yeah. What was that?
Yeah, so basically we added some funk to this klaxon horn so that way it doesn't scare the heebie-jeebies out of us.
A little funky fresh. Hope you guys like it.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, I think that it means it's time for scholarly shout-outs.
Yes. Our first scholarly shout-out goes out to my cousin, Sunny Sagittarius, known offline as Asia Sherman. She went out of her comfort zone to join us in the study abroad program for week 2, studying Intro to Japanese Culture and Metropolia. She's also a great educator on traveling abroad.
Cool.
Without her, I would not be able to carry out that trip.
Oh, yeah, thank you, Asia. Thanks for looking out for Colton. Really appreciate it.
Yes. And the second shout out goes out to Dr. Ryan Cherrick, Lean Six Sigma Master Black Belt. He provided his support this summer for my first months as a Lean Six Sigma practitioner, helping me find bottlenecks in my work and encouraging me to embody the Lean Six Sigma principles in daily life, alongside enhancing my understanding of Lean Six Sigma.
Nice. A good mentor for you here.
And one of my most recent.
Cool. I like that connection. How about some creator credit?
Okay, so I actually have in the episode notes their names. The Life of a Content Creating College Student Globalization Squad, Amma Kaniainen and Cesar Villegas.
Drop.
I met the leader of the Globalization Squad, Amma, during our trip to Finland while out and about with our group on a Friday night. Upon talking with one another, we eventually discovered some common interests and views regarding creativity. Namely, it regarded copyright law and making creativity accessible to all audience members. After we got back before the night sky went away, I arranged a follow-up, and a day later I pitched the idea of making the subtitles more accessible to audience members in Finland and even other countries. Ultimately, 2 people joined us. Her and Cesar Villegas, an online cybersecurity student at Oregon Tech. They voluntarily offered their time and skill sets to translate episode subtitles into a different language, utilizing a third-party AI website called GPT Subtitler. We are not sure how long they will stay, but we would like to humbly honor them for going above the call of duty in their lives to make an impact on our non-English speaking audience members.
Yes. Welcome aboard the spacecraft. Happy to have ya.
And our second creator credit is not necessarily a crew member, but rather another channel, Chess DMs.
Ooh, you like chess?
No, I'm talking about Chess DMs.
Chess DMs? What's Chess DMs?
So they analyze messages on Facebook, Tinder, and other texting situations like games of chess.
Oh my
which turn out
gosh.
to make for some humorous remarks on the comments people make at one another to defend themselves, make business transactions, or even date.
Oh, that's funny. That's pretty cool. I like that.
It's quite a unique way to deliver content, but
Yeah.
we do not complain, nor digress.
We enjoy the entertainment. Alas, we're simple creatures.
Indeed.
Wow. Colton, we did it first episode. How does it feel?
It feels different.
Yeah.
A video podcast now. We've taken a completely different turn.
Uh-huh. Yeah, your voice is deeper for the entirety of the episode.
Yes, that is to fit the new vibe of the overall season.
Oh, should I talk like this from now on?
Not exactly. We actually had a different idea regarding sort of how the co-host would appear, but we had to scrap it
Yeah.
due to copyright issues.
It was a little too much. Yeah. And I think for accessibility people listening, this is a little bit easier to understand anyway. So, silver lining. Right?
Indeed.
Yeah.
Well, for that season premiere, it's been a blast.
Blast and a half.
Indeed.
Blast
So,
off.
expect right around 8 episodes this season. And
Okay.
I hope you folks enjoyed the video reaction that I published before this episode came out. If you haven't watched it, please check it out. Links are also in the description.
Yeah, it's been a while since you've had a video reaction, huh?
At least officially.
Yeah. How does it feel to be back?
Well, at least to a certain extent. This is mainly a makeup to you as the audience. We had bigger plans for this season, but alas, delays.
Delays. I'm not even gonna lie, I got sick. So thank you for waiting. And
Yes.
thank you, Colton, for your flexibility too.
Of course. It's adopting the agile line, which will serve this podcast well going forward.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you folks so much for tuning in. Remember, there'll be disappointments in life, but we humans have the power to turn those disappointments into accomplishments. This is Waynesy0207, aka Colton W. Hurst, the fourth wall breaking, one-man army, signing out. Have yourselves a good night.
See you guys.
Mike and I would like to thank the following for their contributions in making this podcast opportunity for its creator a reality.
Yes, Sam. First, we thank the Oregon Institute of Technology for providing Wayne Z0207 with knowledge he can pass on through this show. Our second thanks go to the following platforms that graciously host this podcast. Sam, take it away.
With pleasure, Mike. Facebook as well as YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music and Podbean.
Consider liking, commenting, subscribing, following, and sharing if you liked this episode to support the creator. Sam, is there a link for all of this creators' socials, and even a way to join the Fourth Wall Breakers Den Discord server?
Of course. Visit Wayne0207-4thwallbreakinggamer.com for all of his social media profiles and more. With that said, take care, stay healthy, and adios.